All right, we've got a Lexus ES350, just a basic 330. 350? 330, sorry. So, customer's complaint on this was a slow crank. I've already jump started it, but the issue is this. Just poor connections at the battery. So we're gonna fix that. But she also said she had an issue with when she would pull it out of the driveway, it was revving up really high. So we're gonna check that. But first, we're gonna fix these battery cables and make sure that's right. She just had a battery put in, a Batteries Plus, and they let it leave with these janky connectors like this, and she keeps having a problem with the battery dying on her. So we're gonna check that out and check with a voltmeter and make sure the alternator is actually working. So we're gonna test first to see if we got some drop across here. We're gonna go to the battery. Looks like they got those stupid aluminum things on there possibly. So we got 1411 there, 1412 there. So we're not so bad right now, but this was right here, and that's where that loose spot is on it. I suspect when this heats up, we're getting crappy connection because, like I said, I had to jump start it. It's a brand new battery. So we're going to fix that up real quick, and then we're going to check engine light on this thing and see what's going on. Wonder if we could just tighten these. Let's go ahead and shut it off real quick, babe. I'm going to get some tools. I think they got those little aluminum caps on the battery end of it. And I don't like those. No, they don't. It's just a very weird looking battery. I don't like these though. Those suck. That's good. It doesn't allow the battery terminal to go all the way down, but it needs to. Yeah, that's going to be much better now. I need a 10mm wrench, please. Yeah, that's better. Those are nice and tight now. We'll tighten that one up here in just a second. That's better. Well, that's pretty simple. I hate these things. Some of y'all might like them. I think they're freaking worthless. They hold the battery terminal up too high. And if it's held up too high, they're tapered. So if you can't put it all the way down, you can't tighten the freaking battery cable. So these go in the garbage. Don't use these things. It's crap. Let's see if it'll start under its own power this time. Much better. Battery's still a little low, and it's idling 1,000 times better as well. So let's go ahead and just get the scanner plugged in. See what this check engine light's all about. You could take the jump box with you, or you can put that stuff up, babe. It's fine. Did I not turn this on? I did not. Read fault codes. So she thinks it's a fuel tank issue. I don't know. She said she had another shop. That's what I was telling you before. Yeah, lean, knock sensor. Okay, which ones are current? Pending. These are probably from when the snorkel was a problem, but that was many years ago now, so I don't know why those would be there. So we've got knock sensor is probably getting hit by the misfire, which is a misfire on 3 or on 4 and 6. Oh no, there's our bank lean 1 and 2. Knock sensors again. Those are just history codes. History codes, current. So knock sensor is current. Lean bank 1 and 2 is current. and misfires on those are current. So where is our problem coming from? Misfires or lean conditions causing the misfire? Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what we got. It's definitely not great at all right there. If we're reading it right, 52% on that is astronomical on that side. So let's go take another peek under the hood. Let's see if we can find something here. Oh, do we have another boot torn here? Because I just pulled on that and the thing, let's see if it'll do it again. Wants to stall out and I can hear it. Can get my hand in there. I need, I get this cover off. It's got Allen heads that holds it on. We go grab some Torx. Should get them off. Yeah, we're gonna do that because that means I would have to get the other kit out, and I'm not doing that right now. What is this, 30? Some other number, 40. Where's my 25? 25. Oh yeah, big giant hole in that one again. So this is the one the grandson replaced. This will be the second car in a row in the past 2 minutes here. All right, look at my fingers going all the way inside that boot right there. Giant hole. That's definitely going to cause our PO 171 and 174 or whatever the hell I had in there. So let me just get this cover back on and we're going to go make an estimate on this thing and see what we can do. And so we got our diagnose time on this. Nope, leave it there. Because we're going to directly add to it. Actually, no. We'll do 2 separate tickets on this one because I don't put it past her to possibly have her grandson touch it again. So take the labor tax off and make a new RO. That's her payment for today. Make a new RO total for it because I don't... The other guy was fine. Scroll down. It's like you forgot. So you could try to look that up. It's just intake tube. Or whatever they call it. No, type in intake, take out tube. Take out, no, take out tube. Don't write... Woman, don't write the word take out. Just type in intake. Nope. Keep going back. It's not gonna work. Go. I got. What else are they gonna call that? Snorkel? I don't know. Just don't worry about it. We're not gonna. It's not gonna be snorkel. It's what I want to call it. Stupid stuff. Just do this. Let's go find a part. Same thing though. Intake tube. Just. So engine air intake hose, like the last job. This is literally, I'm not lying to you guys, the job before this was a Nissan, and it's the same issue. All right, so now here's 2 sides. So this is resonator to air cleaner. We don't want that. We want resonator to engine. That's a lot better price than the other one.
Not available.
Well, it's just at Bellevue. I'm not doing it today. She's gonna have to wait. She got 2 cars.
That's true.
So put that on the
right?
ticket. Yep. And then we'll just charge her like 0.7, just to put intake tube. And then let's go over to all data just to see if we can find some labor on it. Do the same thing, just type in like intake tube or something. Intake. Oh, go back. Just take out tube. Want to see what the suggestions are. Okay, there's no real labor for it, so we're just going to come up with one. Type in same thing, R&R, do R&R. Intake tube. I mean, it's literally calling it a resonator, right? Is that what it said? Mm-hmm. No, what did it call it in the thing?
Engine air intake codes.
No, that's what we wrote. It said from engine to resonator.
Resonator to engine.
So type in resonator. Oh, stupid all data.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. That's resign. No, take out the G. N. Nope. All right, no big deal. So we're just gonna put 0.7 there. Okay. Save that. And that's her estimate. 213.14 for that job. Okay. Let's go talk to her and see what she wants to do. Well, how unlikely is that to have two jobs in a row of the same exact tube that's broke with the same exact codes? Now, you saw here we had two other codes in this thing. That's because we need to chase something. We need to chase the fact that we're having heavy lean conditions. And because of that, we can get pre-detonation with all the extra fuel and everything that's going in, or all the extra air and it can't put enough fuel, whatever. You're going to get those issues. And you're going to get the possibility of a misfire, and you're going to get the possibility of the knock sensor code happening. So instead of chasing my tail, what we do is we repair what's broken, clear the codes, and chances are she's not going to have a problem again. So we fixed her battery. We're going to go talk to her right now and let her know exactly what's going on and what needs to be replaced, and see if she wants to do the job. So if she does, you'll see the job here. If not, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.